Hey, what's up, guys? Tuki here, back again with another episode of my New Jersey Devils franchise mode series right here on NHL 19. And we really don't have that much time left in NHL 19. We're going to be saying NHL 20 before you know it, which means, of course, this series is not going to last all that much longer. I don't think this will be our final postseason unless things go incredibly well for us, in which case, yeah, it probably will be. But I don't know what our odds are of that happening. I don't know how I feel about our chances of being overly successful. The team, of course, has changed a lot. You know, we were kind of straightforward, a little bit cautious, conservative in the first couple of seasons, and then it just kind of, it just kind of took off. I mean, Henrique, Kopitar, and Terry now make up our third line. Deadline acquisitions to try and boost this team defensively. Godfrey, McAvoy, Tumba, Gardner. It's just Ty Smith and Xavier Bernard left out of Original Devils. And then, of course, Askarov in goal, who has a lot to prove. There are a lot of people on this team who have a lot to prove. The lines, as you saw them, will be the lines that we roll with to start. And hopefully we don't have another short experience here, although the Islanders are 9-1 in their last 10 games heading into this postseason, and this is the team that we are up against. My God. Keegan Valesi, first overall pick back in the day. Matt Barzal and Jordan Eberle. His stats at this point. That's great. Second line is Josh Hosang with Brock Nelson and Oliver Wahlstrom. He and his 96 offensive awareness. Brennan Othman, top 5 pick in 2021. J.G. Pajot and Ruslan Ishakov. Kiefer Bellows, Matt Boldy, and Anthony Beauvillier. That's a really good team. And defensively, it doesn't get much easier. They don't have a true number one defenseman. If anything, their defense is very similar to what ours was or has been at similar times. But Devon Taves and Ryan Pulock. Parker Wotherspoon with Noah Dobson, and Mitch Van de Sample with Madison Bowie. The goaltender is Matthias Vikland, third round pick in 2020, medium elite, 87 overall, and Xander Osgood, who was a 5th round pick in 2020. What a draft class for the Islanders. Is the backup Dal Cole, Josh Bailey, and Brad Lambert, all healthy scratches. Don't know if I recommend that, but it does make our job a little bit easier. This is going to be interesting. There's a lot of different moves we can make. 283 overall, players sitting in the AHL because they kind of struggled at a certain point. Whether or not they get called up mid-series, time will tell. We have a lot of options. There is some versatility on this team, although again, with calling up players, it's a little bit troubling, a little bit troubling, a little bit worrisome, a little bit difficult because we have some cap issues just because of the Anze Kopitar deal. First period of Game 1. Again, we're in Brooklyn, Barclays, Belmont, Coliseum, New Jersey. First period. And a very good start. Nico Hischier and Jack Hughes. They outshot us, but we have the advantage. Very, very nice and very, very surprising. We go to the second period, and it nearly disappeared. Brock Nelson makes it 2-1. Henrique and Gusev give us a 4-1 lead. Valesi, with 2 seconds left, is able to get the Islanders back to within 2. But we go to the third period with the lead, and maybe a bit of optimism if this goes well. Again, you think of our lineup, the team, is relatively okay. Wahlstrom makes it a 1-goal game. But hey, despite doubts, this could be a good thing. It could be a great thing. It could be a magical thing. It could be a wonderful thing. Please win the game. Oh my God, we just held on. They got a power play late. Valesi scored with 2 seconds left previously. So I was nervous. We've won a playoff game though. How do you like that? We're not getting swept in the first round this year. Do you believe in miracles? Very nice. Very, very good. We get that first win out of the way. It's interesting, not having made lineup changes, trusting this team, hoping for the best. You look at that Islanders team, they were on a roll, and we start this series, right out of the gates, we get a win. Very good indeed. Very, very good. We'll jump right into Game 2. Again, not aiming to sim through this as soon as possible. But hey, if we're winning, I'm not going to mess with it. People always say, hey, if you win, don't mess with it. I'm not going to mess with it. If we lose here, I might mess with it. Maybe. Just to piss you off a little bit. First period of game 2, and we have a 2-1 lead. Barzal scored 19 seconds in. Dumba and Terry with the goals. So a ton of guys getting on the score sheet. And we have a 2-1 lead. Second period is scoreless. That is shocking. They have 5 more shots, but they trail by 1 as we go to the third. Early power play goes to waste from one of the league's best. Another power play chance, please? No. Third power play chance, please. Thank you, Godfrey. And Eberle gets it right back. 16 seconds later. 6 minutes left. Yikes. Brad Lambert's in their lineup. Brad Lambert's in their lineup. Islanders win. My heart. My soul. This series is tied. Devastating loss for us as we absolutely collapse in the third period and blow it. Brad Lambert steps up. A controversial Finnish player after what we witnessed in the Finland series. At the very least, we took a game on the road to start this series, but that really hurts, man. That really does. We're going to jump into game 3 without making changes. If we lose here, though, especially in devastating fashion again, we might have some things to it, at the very least consider. First period, and the Islanders walk away with a lead in the first period, or after the first period, for the first time in the series. They doubled us up in shots. Lambert scores again, so he's woken up from his slumber. And we go through the second, where we've tied it. Boqvist scores. Have we had a repeat goal scorer yet? My God. We are tied here at 1, going to the third of game 3, making quick progress through this series. Power play chance. Our power play has been brutal. At least it feels like it. In the third period, at least, our power play has been relatively brutal in this series thus far, despite it being one of our biggest strengths. Power play again. Jesus. We're going to overtime, because this team can't score a power play goal all of a sudden. This is a huge moment for us in this series and in this series as a whole. A chance to take a 2-1 lead over the Islanders. And we desperately need this goal. Desperately need this W. Can we get it? Bob the Builder says, yes, we can. Evan Barrett, the fourth liner, gets the goal. That gives the Devils a 2-1 series lead. Of all people, again, have we had, number one, Askarov, tremendous. Tremendous. That is the big takeaway. Askarov, great game. Great game. But from the series as a whole, I don't think we've had a repeat goal scorer, have we? Do we have one player who has 2 goals yet in the series? I think we've had nothing but different goal scorers. Look at that. That is not common at all. Normally you get like 1 or 2 guys that carry the team. We just have a ton of guys with 1 goal each. Hey, I'll take it. It's working for us, and thanks to Evan Barrett and a great performance from Askarov, we have regained the lead in the series. We're up 2-1. And that brings us to game 4, where again, we're just going to get right down to business. I mean, we're, 8-9 minutes into this video, and we're already heading into game 4. But that's because there really hasn't been that much controversy. There hasn't been that much to, question or second guess. The team's been all right. We're hanging in there. We've yet to trail in this series, and if we win this game, we have a chance to end this series in 5 games back in Brooklyn, Barclay, Nassau. Belmont. Stakes. Omaha Steaks. Hashtag ad. First period of game 4, and it's a goal apiece. Taylor Hall and Jordan Eberle. That is hilarious to me. Second period, that is not hilarious to me. Oliver Wahlstrom scores. It's a 2-1 lead for the Islanders. They have put up 13 shots in 2 periods and scored 2 goals. Askarov? Let me Askarov you something. That is... Moving on. Third period, we need a strong effort here because the goaltending has not been up to snuff. The Islanders have made the most of their chances, and we need to do the same, or this series is going to be tied at 2 games apiece. And Taylor Hall scores again. 6.5 minutes left. Is there a late winner for either side? Power play chance goes to waste. Are we going to overtime? We are. Overtime in New Jersey for the second game in a row. Some might say consecutive games. Will Evan Barrett be the hero? Will we have a chance to end this series in Game 5? Let's find out. Somebody on the Devils, please score. Please, I'm begging you. Power play, power play, power play, power play, power play, power play goal! It's Godfrey! We have a 3-1 series lead on the Islanders. The big acquisition, sorry Los Angeles, but we needed him, and for good reason. It had to happen. We got him, and we're looking good. We have a 3-1 series lead on the New York Islanders in round 1. A tremendous game from Hall. And you know, Jesper Bratt, there was a comment in the last episode that said, how the hell is he still on this team? I don't know. But if anybody was going to be a hero or just the one to completely choke this and break my heart, it's going to be him. He is the story of this series. Make no mistake about it. If there was ever going to be someone that was going to ultimately get the job done for us, it's going to be him. It has to be. How could it not be? He should have been gone 4 times over. He hasn't been amazing in this series, but he hasn't necessarily been that poor. He's hanging in there, of course. And I'm surprised here. Is there a line in particular that's getting ripped apart defensively? Not really. And defensively, Smith doing okay. Godfrey, the 4 points. Bernard still doing well next to McAvoy. That's playoff Jake Gardiner for you. Didn't expect anything less. That is playoff Jake Gardiner in a nutshell. But Askarov with a .926 save percentage. Good enough to win, not good enough to win in a comfortable fashion. We've had 2 overtime victories now. You know, we lose game 2. Technically, if we didn't completely blow it in game 2, this series would have been over and we would have completed the sweep. Now, the thing is, we're still in a very good position. We have 3 opportunities to end this series. The first is right here, right now. No lineup changes. We are sticking with this team. Can we take advantage of this first chance? First period of Game 5 is scoreless. The first time in this series we've had a scoreless first period, if I'm not mistaken. They had the slight edge in shots, but it doesn't matter. Second period, goal apiece. Kiefer Bellows and Anze Kopitar. Maybe the series is about Anze Kopitar, if you think about it. Just with the weird moves surrounding him over the past calendar year. They have 28 shots to 19 in their favor. But we're looking okay as we go to the third. The next goal is going to be oh so important. It could be the one that ends this series. 13 minutes left. Power play is a wasted one. Damn it. 6.5 minutes. The next goal is going to win this game. Will it win the series as well? We are going to OT for the 3rd straight game. My God. The difference between these 2 teams, paper thin. Who's it going to be? Will it be a 3rd straight overtime winner to send the Devils to the 2nd round, or will it be a Game 6? Back in New Jersey. Power play, please. Please, Jesus, that was such a long power play. The Islanders get one of their own. They don't score somehow. Do you believe in miracles? 9 minutes left. Power play for the Islanders. Matt Barzal. We wasted a huge opportunity there. Gigantic opportunity goes to waste. The Islanders live to see another day. Troy Terry is out for a couple of weeks. And that is potentially going to see Blake Spears into the lineup unless I am allowed to call up anybody else. Spears has done well at times this season when given the chance to play. Do we let him play here, though, to replace Troy Terry? Blake Spears, do we let you play here? Hit 10 points in 12. You know what? Blake, congratulations. No pressure, buddy. But heading into Game 6, your number's being called. And we're going to see what you can do. Hopefully, you're up to the challenge here. So the second line right now, the second and the first line, both a little bit shaky. Both a little bit shaky. We're going to make that change right there. I am so tempted to put Blake Spears on that top line because he did well with Hall and Heischer over this season, over the course of the season at a different point. Gardner and Dumba's just not working. It's just not working. The other two pairings are solid, but Gardner and Dumba, it's just not looking too good for us. The problem is, again, I still, even though it shows us with space, I still don't think we have anybody to call up. Can I get away with calling up Spurgeon? And if I go to the forwards, yeah, see, technically we'd be over, even though we wouldn't be. It's pretty dumb, and I hate it. Yeah, even if I try to send down Kopitar, it's a glitch, really. Well, Jake, congratulations. We have no choice but to use you. Blake Spears will be in the lineup for Game 6, our second opportunity to end this series. A loss here at home would be frightening beyond belief. First period. Game 6, our second chance to end this series. Good God, not exactly a strong goaltending affair. 21 shots to 10, yet we trail 3-2. Hughes scores, 1:01 in. Barzal scores, then 23 seconds later, Valesi scores. 2 minutes later, Hall scores, then Boldy scores. 3-2 for the Islanders. I don't know if Askarov's still going to be between the pipes. Second period is scoreless. They have 16 shots, but they're up 3-2. We just can't beat their goaltender. They have an early power play that goes to waste. A power play of our own. Extended power play. 5-on-3, man. Come on. And then Boqvist scores anyway on Osgood, so their starter's out. I don't know if ours is. I hope to not find out until the end of the game. We're tied at 3. Next goal wins. Are we going to overtime again? Jesus Christmas. Another overtime. Will there be a Game 7 in Brooklyn, Barclay, Nassau, Belmont? Or will this series end here? Let's find out. 47 shots, and it took 49 to win it. Charlie McAvoy is the hero. We have beaten the Islanders in 6 games. What the hell just happened? I feel like both starters were pulled. We held on. We won a series. But what the hell just happened? Askarov stayed in and overcame a brutal start and shut the door after those opening 6 minutes or so. But what happened to the Islanders starter? Viklund played for 48 minutes and was lights out. Osgood came on and choked. So I don't know what the hell happened to Viklund. But damn it, it worked out well for us. We're going on to round 2. Might have to sim a day to get this to pop up. We will be playing the winner of... I just completely missed who those bottom 2 teams were. We're playing the winner of Carolina and Detroit. Pittsburgh awaits the winner of Game 7 between Buffalo and Toronto. As we have that Champions tag. What happened? Was it just a 1-game injury? Holy shit. Zenderland he's playing through a fractured jaw. What a champion. New York Islanders. Ooh. Well, that would explain their season going up in smoke. Vikland legitimately hurt in Game 6, and their backup goalie Osgood was not good enough to get the job done for them. And because of that, we move on. I'll take it. Taylor Hall leading the way, 7 points in 6 games, although defensively that top line was shaky. Hischier did well, Hughes did well. A lot of people did. I mean, Terry, Barrett, Gates, Zetterlund. Not much scoring from the fourth line, although Barrett did have that gigantic goal for us. Defensively, Godfrey and McAvoy did well. Concerned about Dumba and Gardner. But goaltending-wise, Yaroslav Askarov did incredibly well. We're going to need him to continue to play to a high standard if we are going to find success. So the question is, round 2, who will it be? The answer is Carolina. Devils and Hurricanes. Satan and a bunch of jerks. We take on the team that we controlled most recently before we began this series. Could be very interesting.